There you go. There you go. Hi, welcome to Creative Emotions. Listen, where you are going to get motivation, information, encouragement. You're going to get this empowerment, transparency. You're going to get some good vibes. And it ain't nothing you can do about that. I am your host, Vaquita Q. Taylor. I thank you so much for joining me this evening, every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. I'm bringing something, okay? I have once a month, the men's edition, they come through just being transparent, allowing us to see the vulnerable side of men that we may not be able to see at other times. We have the battle of the sexes once a month where we come and bring our differences and we just let it be what it is, because that's what make the world go round, our differences. And so this platform is just for that, for us to be inspired, to be encouraged, to be motivated. Like, it's so many things going on where it's negative, right? We can always go to see a show that's negative. We can always go in here hooping and hollering, cussing and fussing. But I want to feed your soul. I want to give you soul food so that you can go out into this world just thinking different, wanting to be different, and feeling different. That's the purpose. That's really the purpose. So, I had my book signing the other day, and that was just the first of many. I had an amazing time. I want to give a big shout out to everyone who came and supported me. It meant the world to me to see your vision come to manifestation, to come and be right in the forefront, in your face, in your hands. It's like, this is what this life is about. And so today, the show is don't give up, because no matter what, no matter how small, no matter just one step, two steps, I just don't want you to give up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on what you're trying to do. And I just want you to be encouraged in that. Again, my book is I Want My Own Husband, Mindset and Standards on Marriage. This book is not about me per se, right? This book is about different people and different relationship situations. And they come to the mindset and the standards to say, hey, I ain't about to keep dealing with this. I want my own husband. Or the men, I want my own wife. And so don't let the cover fool you. And it is a really good book. Again, at the end, it is a self-help, a self-evaluation to ask yourself, do you even want to get married? Do you know what marriage entails? Do you know how serious it is? Have you done your healing work? And so listen, this is a good book, a good read. I've been getting reviews back already. So I'm so excited. I am so excited to just bring this out to my brothers and sisters. I'm really, really excited. So I want to let you know, this Friday, I will be signing from 8 to 9 at my poetry night. Poetry and Conversations is a very just delicious space where we do open mic and we have conversation. So we have open conversation. We kick it. We, respect each other's differences. It's controlled mic, controlled floor. As far as whoever got the mic, you got the floor. And I will be there. 21573 Grand River. That is Friday. This Friday, we have a feature. Her name is Drizzy Drea. Give it up for Drizzy Drea. Yes, she's going to be in the building. She's going to be a feature. I've had some dynamic features. Next Wednesday, I will be a feature at Poetry Can Be Anything series with your host, Cesar Toriano. So I'm excited about that. He asked me to come do a feature, and I was like, okay, it's cool. This is what this is about. Artistry. The artistry is beautiful because it's creative, and that's what we're here for. And so again, I want you guys to come out this Friday. I will be signing my book. You can order it on the website, www.thecreativeemotions.com. You can get the book and it will be sent to you immediately, signed and delivered. And so I am just so excited about that. So we're going to go ahead and get into the show. Make sure you share this with your family and friends. Again, if you know people that have been calling you, they have been complaining, they have been feeling some type of way, they've been down, feeling overwhelmed and things of that nature, call them right now. Tell them to get on Creative Emotions because I have a word for them. Send this to your family and friends. Share this with your people. Again, we have enough negativity. At some point, you have to feed your spirit. And my goal is to be that soul food. So I thank you so much for joining. Again, thank you. Shout out to everyone on YouTube that has joined. So again, today's show is Don't Give Up. But again, I got to do a disclaimer because I am in no way, shape, or form talking about relationships and harassment, okay? Nah, if the relationship is over with and you know it's toxic and, you know, all that good stuff, I'm not saying don't give up, keep fighting. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about life. Again, people can want to take ownership. Trying to take ownership of somebody brings that toxic energy. And so you have a lot of people fighting for the individuality because somebody's trying to take it. I don't feel like relationships is for that. And so just be careful with relationships that may deem to be too controlling. You should just be here to enjoy one another's company. We don't know how long we got on this earth, okay? We do not know how long. But while you're here, you should be enjoying it. Why be sitting there miserable, going crazy, busting windows and just, you know, all this foolishness? Like, no. But again, today is don't give up. But I am talking about this journey, again, how it can be rough. And all of it still work out for your good. And so I just want you to be encouraged in that. Listen, adulting, life be lifing. And sometimes we sit back and be like, I am over this. I am being like, just my transparent moment. I've had times when I was in my marriage in a rough path and place. And I was just like, I just don't want to be here no more. But it wasn't like I was thinking about taking myself out or suicide or anything like that. Although people do. I just was like, I'm over this. And it's like, what in your life is making you feel that way? Like, you ain't thinking about harming yourself, but you just like, I'm done. I done checked out. So I'm here to let you know, don't give up, because this is a part of the process. This is a part of where this journey is going to take you. So I want to ask you a question. What is it that you believe? Right now, you go ask somebody what they believe. Everybody's in a different space. Different people saying different things. I'm not here to judge that. But I believe that I am made in the image of God and in his likeness, and greater work shall I do. He told me that. And so I believe in God. I believe that Jesus came to show us, listen, take hold of that mind, get away from this natural, and start dominating and taking dominion like you're supposed to. It's no way we should be living so defeated all the time. But if we don't tap in and turn on, if we don't read and research, if we don't spend time trying to understand this thing, then we'll continue in the same cycle. So my question is, what do you believe? If we can just start there, what is it that you believe? And people say, yeah, I believe in God. I believe in God. To what extent? To what extent is you believing in God changing your life? Is this something you do every day? When you wake up, do you pray? Do you fast? Do you give? Like, what is happening in your rotation to show what it is you believe? That's something I want you to think about, seriously. There are many things that fight for our attention that we should leave behind and drop it altogether, whether it's setting boundaries on such things as unhealthy relationships, jobs, and bad habits. When you know that your bad habit is not doing you a service, is actually doing you a disservice, you probably need to pull back. If this is if whatever you're doing is making you sick, it's not letting you continue to be the best version of yourself. You're not getting rest. You are not dreaming. You're not moving forward. This is something that you need to think about. But in the midst of that, not giving up on yourself, though. This is what I see amongst my brothers and sisters. People are giving up on themselves. They're giving so much to everybody else and everything else, and then they give themselves the last bit of it. They give the God in them the last drop. And at that time, you wore out. You falling off on the couch. You falling asleep. You haven't even given yourself time. So I want to let you know, do not give up, especially on you. You come first. What we doing? Thank you so much, Audrey White. I see you. Shout out to you. Thank you, Cheryl Bell. Thank you so much. Thank you for your review on my book. I appreciate that. And yes, I will be putting that on the website. I truly appreciate that. But it's in our best interest to fight for what it is that we deem important, good and right. So fight for your success. Fight for your marriage. Fight for your children. Fight for your health. Don't give up on you. And when you think about fighting for your success, it's not a overnight thing. And I think society and reels and social media, it show us like, all you got to do is this, and that. They wrap everything up in a 2-second video. And so we have an unrealistic view of what this thing really entails. So if you are not present in your journey or present with what you're doing, you can get caught in this whirlwind with thinking a few days you put into something that, oh, it's supposed to be happening. Stay the course. Stay on the journey. Stay consistent. Stay consistent and don't give up on you. Don't give up. It's a lot of people saying, well, I'm too old. I'm too big. I'm too small. I'm too short. You putting all these stipulations on yourself. That's you. It ain't really nobody else doing that. And so when you check you about what you saying to you, that's really all we have to change. That's really all we got control over. And that's what I noticed. It's like people gonna feel how they feel, right? People gonna say what they want to say. But I have control over what I'm taking in, what I accept, what I receive. Because I don't receive. When people be saying stuff, I'm like, I don't receive that. I love you, but I don't receive that. Oh, you gonna have this, you gonna be in trouble. No, I ain't. Because I'm in control of that. And then again, that shows you the power that you have. And so if you're just joining, I'm talking about not giving up. If you are feeling stressed, you feeling overwhelmed, you feeling like so much been going on, you just checking out, right? You're not having thoughts of harming yourself, but you just really checking out. I want you to double back and think about your being, your existence. Why are you here? Because it's something that you have that don't nobody else have. And so when you tap into that, you'll find your why. And so again, I talked about that. I noticed that people fight harder for other people than themselves. And you have to understand your worth. I don't care how much money you have or what it is you got going on. When you get home and you depressed and you crying and you going through, that will lead to you eventually wanting to give up. So I'm here to tell you, do not give up. But let me tell you something. Crying is therapeutic. Crying, sometimes I get a good cry in. It don't matter. You can be happy. You can be sad. You can be whatever you feeling. Overwhelmed. It can be overwhelming. Like I was filling out some paperwork for something that's huge in my life. And I started crying. Like I was bawling. Like, oh my God, this is crazy. Because I'm saying things and it's happening. And I was crying because I felt overwhelmed. I was just like, oh my God, I'm doing this by myself. And the Holy Spirit said, do it afraid. Man, that gave me so much comfort. That gave me so much hope. And I was just like, wow, I'm doing it. And I'm doing it afraid because I feel some type of way. I feel overwhelmed and I'm still doing it. And so a lot of times when you have these feelings, you just keep pushing, keep going in, keep speaking life to yourself. Don't fall for it. Don't sit in it. Don't allow yourself to rehearse it and go over it and then add to it. You know, a lot of times we add to stuff and we create our own drama and trauma as an adult because we think of the worst scenarios that can possibly take place. And then we go for it. So again, I want to thank you guys and give a shout out to, I see everybody, shout out. I can't find how to share. It should be right at the bottom, Miss Audrey White. Sherry Bell, I believe that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I believe that I have to let go of the people, places, and things that no longer serve me. God is still working on me and with me. That's what's up. It's not cookie cut. That is true. That's what's up. Thank you so much for sharing, Miss White. But yeah, that's what's up. Give a shout out to Cheryl Bell. Give a shout out to her. That's what's up. Because you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And everybody don't have the same story. It ain't going to look the same for everybody. And so we really have to understand that I don't measure myself to anybody. I don't compare myself to anybody. I am living my own life. I am on my own journey. And the way this set up, everybody ain't as strong as other people. Okay? So I don't even try to see how, what, when, and where somebody else got going on in their backyard. I'm just looking at my grass and how I need to line it up, fertilize it, get them little patches and all that, trim my trees, right? Staying in my own lane in my own yard. And what I do is when I get, downloads from on high, I pour out. I pour out of my overflow. I don't deplete myself. I am led when I move. And that's why I'm telling you, a lot of times we're pouring from an empty cup. And so you have to allow yourself to, get filled up, put yourself in positions where you're constantly learning. You're constantly bringing in new information. You're constantly getting, positive affirmations in your spirit and your mind, constantly reading the word to encourage yourself. The word saying, your word I have hid in my heart so that I won't sin against you. Sinning against you is sinning against him and sinning against you because God is in you. And so if I know something is not lining up and I know the word and I don't repeat it to myself, then that to me sounds like I'm sinning against myself because I know right. And so you just got to train that muscle and train your thoughts to do what's best for you so that you can enjoy this journey. Oh my goodness. There's so many people leaving this place, leaving this time, space reality, and we still got time. And so while you still got time, I am telling you, do not give up. Don't allow nothing to tell you to give up. Don't give up on love. Don't give up on relationships. Don't give up on marriages. Don't give up. Don't give up. Yes, you may have been with somebody that didn't understand you. They didn't appreciate you. That don't mean everybody's like that. So you do yourself a disservice going into hermit mode, although sometimes you do need time to yourself. You do need time to heal. But don't speak negatively on where you are, because it just may be time for you to chill for a minute. But I'm saying don't give up. I know women, they be like, I ain't never getting married again. I ain't never dealing with this. I ain't never doing that. You got to be careful with them words, sis. Be careful with your words because those words go in the ground. They germinate and they got to come back. And so we can keep a whole barrier in front of us with all these things we done said. I ain't never this and never that. I don't want this. I don't want that. And then it becomes your reality. You have power with your words. You can speak life or death. I always talk about this because this is my brand. I speak life, and I'm saying it to say, the words say, life and death is in the power of the tongue, and those that love it eat the fruit thereof. Proverbs 18:21. And that shirt is available also on my website. I speak life. Because you should. Speak life to yourself. Speak life to people around you. It's important. It's important that we understand where we are and what we have. Again, don't give up on you. So, in Galatians 6:9, it says, and let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. So, all of the versions I'm bringing to you today is King James Version because it's a lot of versions. A lot of them break down, but the words, they be a little different. And them words, when you speak them, it kind of hit different. Some stuff be so like patty cake, like it's just not enough. So I use King James Version. And so when we look at this, don't be weary in well doing. So that means you like, you know what, I done did this. It ain't happening. It ain't working for me. I'm done. You're in a relationship and you just like, I keep being nice and they don't understand it, because you may have fell in love with somebody that haven't done their healing work. Do that mean give up on them? But don't be weary in well doing because we're supposed to show God's love, right? We're supposed to love our neighbor like we love ourselves. And so don't be weary in that well doing and don't get abused either, but just know the difference. Know when it's time to go and know when this person just needs a little bit more love and I have some to offer. For in due season, we shall reap if we faint not. And that means, for me, immediately I thought consistency. When we consistent, it's like, if I keep doing this, at some point, it's going to do what it needs to do. And so this is what I got from the scripture. The world, it promotes doing things swiftly. Again, I talked about that already. Again, I want to give a shout out to everyone who's listening, everybody that's watching. Thank you so much. Make sure you share this with your family and friends. The world make everything look like real quick, right? But it don't happen like that for everyone. So I want to encourage you to stay on your course. The way the world is set up, you can be tricked into thinking no one sees you and what you're doing is not making a difference. But that's a lie. Again, with consistency, everything always pays off. So stay consistent, stay true to your why, and don't give up. It's important that you don't give up. it's important that you don't give up. I really want you to hear me. This is a season where we got to be careful with the gems that we have, with the jewels. Don't cast it amongst the swine. That means we can't keep beating dead horses. Sometimes you got to pray for people, and you got to release them. Let them be where they are. A lot of people you can't bring back into your space because you released them already. Okay? Look, I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself. Don't do it, Q. Sometimes you got to leave people where you left them, and it's okay. But I'm telling you, don't give up. So Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. That's so power-packed right there when you think about that. So while you sitting there thinking you're not enough, you ain't doing enough, and you thinking about why people don't like you, you worried about what everybody think and all this kind of stuff, God say, for I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Peace and not evil. So if any evil thoughts is creeping up in your mind and you're giving it fuel and you're giving it a place and you letting it live there, then you're in error. Tell it to go. Tell it to move so that you can get on this train on not giving up on yourself, not giving up on what you're doing, not giving up on your dreams, not giving up on yourself. That's what this is about. So we can be our own worst enemy. Too much in our thoughts, looking at the things surface level from other people's opinion. I think the best thing that happened to me on this journey was not worrying about what people think of me no more. I was like, okay. Like some people think you too positive. Ain't nobody just always like that. Wow. Okay. So I'm too positive. Some people think, oh, you always thinking this way. Okay. So now I'm supposed to think the way you think. Or, who she thinks she is. I think I know who I am. It's about who you think I am at that point. And so I let all that go. I'm just like, what people think about me is not my business, especially when I know in my heart that I operate in a space of love. I operate out of a space of empathy. I operate out of a space that God put in my heart toward my brothers and sisters and toward people. So if anybody's saying anything and I know I'm not operating in that, then I don't take it personal. It is what it is. So again, if you're that person and you take things personal, and everything somebody say, you got to defend it. Oh, man, that's a whole nother situation. Trying to defend yourself all the time is exhausting. Trying to defend every statement is exhausting. So when you come to the realization and say, you know what? That ain't my problem. Because I know exactly who I am. I know why I'm here. I know what I'm doing. I know why I'm doing it. So the way people take it, it's a reflection of how they feel. I can't change that. All I can do is be myself. And so again, if you're that person where you are consumed with how people feel a certain way, what they saying and what you think they saying, stop. And then just don't give up on people. Don't give up on friendships. Don't give up on relationships. A lot of women be, I'm done with women. I'm straight. Or dudes be like, no new friends. I ain't dealing with no other dudes. Only ones from the hood. Like, brother, listen. Your growth is probably connected to a stranger. And if you don't get out of that, and use your discernment, you could be passing up on different opportunities. So you make sure you do your due diligence to stay connected to the Spirit, to ask those questions. I ask questions. Why this person here? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? Do I need to say something? No? Okay. Pray? All right. Go get him that? Okay. That's literally how we should be moving. The guidance is there. Listen to the small voice. Listen to it. It's constantly telling you, guiding you. No, don't go that way. As soon as you double guess, I think I'm going to nope, don't go that way. Don't do that. Don't say that. I'm listening. And when I know I stop and I start looking up, I'm like, pop in my head, boom. Oh, I was looking for that. We make it more difficult than what it happened. Listen, this is the secret. We make it more difficult. You're not alone. Ask for help. Really that simple. Ask for help. The Holy Spirit is around. Your angels are around. Ask for help. Don't give up, though. Do not give up. I'm challenging you. If you have this mindset, if you've been in this state where every time you turn around it's something, it's probably because you're saying it, right? So change your words, change your thoughts, change your heart about the whole situation, and ask for help. It's really that simple. I ask for help. With my children, with myself, with any and everything I endeavor, I need help. And I get it. People call me. I link up with people. I run into people. You know, stuff happened with my children. Things that I prayed about. I'm like, dang, this how this work? Oh, yeah. It ain't no going back. Once we linked in, ain't no switching up, okay? Because, hey, that's what it is. But we can be our own worst enemy. And so we definitely got to be careful with, you know, how we looking at ourselves. Where did the thought come from? When you think about the thoughts that come in your mind, where did it come from? Are you binging on television? Are you watching a whole bunch of YouTube videos back to back to back, getting everybody's opinion? Are you on TikTok scrolling for hours? So you got all these different, all this stimulation just constantly bombarding you with different things to do, how to do, what to do, constantly. Just think about that. I don't know if you guys seen that movie, They Clone Tyrone, honey. That movie is hilarious. That movie hilarious, and the subliminals is out of this world. Just think. They had this lady with her eyes open, right? Like this. That's literally how people are without the device, holding their eyes open. Because being on the phone, watching it all day long, you literally like this without something holding your eyes open for hours. That's detrimental to creativity, to the thoughts, to that small voice trying to speak to you, to getting your guidance, to dreaming. And so I want you to think about that. Do the inventory and see, is this affecting you? Is this making you want to give up because you're just so overwhelmed, or you just haven't done none of the things you said you wanted to do, so now you feeling some type of way? So we got a caller? Wait a minute, is this scam likely? No. Welcome to Creative Emotions. Who am I speaking with?
Chef Wilson.
Hi, Chef. What's up?
Now, this is an amazing topic. I can get a T-shirt and wear that.
What, don't give up?
Don't give up.
And you should, because some people may not talk to you, but if they see that may be their sign.
Absolutely. I can really speak to this because I had things going on in my life.
Uh-huh.
And now I realize when they say you have to visualize the outcome.
Yes.
The celebration. No matter what it looks like, it's okay. Celebrate.
Yes.
Celebrate it. Don't give up. I'm telling people, do not give up. You got to celebrate that victory that you see, that vision, no matter what's in front of you.
Yes. That's
it's
so
going
good.
If it has you to the point like you were talking about earlier, it's probably a first time thing for you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's going to look pretty dark. But that celebration that's some brightness right there. And then one other thing, you were talking about how people were looking at you being too positive.
Yeah.
Look, my thing is, what someone thinks about me ain't none of my business.
It ain't none of my business. It ain't. I'm sorry you feel that way. And if you can connect with me, we might connect for real, but I ain't forcing nothing. I'll tell you that.
And absolutely. And then you were speaking on something else. Like everything, I truly believe now at this point in my life, everything in life does not have to be a lesson. if you just pay attention.
Yes, that is true. Some
And you were
things
saying-
we go the hard route, and it turns into, okay. So sometimes, we do go the hard way.
And like you said, and you were saying also, Q, you have to listen to that voice, right? That voice is trying to keep you from it being a lesson.
Yes.
Now you're gonna reflect on it later, and you're gonna say, "Well, I'm glad I followed that voice, the Holy Spirit, right?" But then you could reflect on it without a cost.
Yeah, without a cost associated, definitely. Because honey, them, hey, you got to pay the price, and sometimes it hurt.
Yes,
It hurts.
So
And if we don't have to, why?
why? Not everything. So if you guys for the listening audience, this is a very good show topic. It's going to apply to people different in their life because people are
Definitely.
dealing with different things. But not giving up is not giving up. I don't care what the situation is.
Yes.
I don't care what it is if you're listening. Not giving up is just not giving up.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you for
Keep going.
listening. Thank you for your support.
Yes, most
I
definitely.
appreciate
most
you.
definitely and stuff. I appreciate you too, and continue with this amazing show.
Thank
I
you.
will continue to watch. All right, Q. You
All
guys
right.
have an amazing
Peace.
evening.
Okay, Chef Wilson in the building. Thank you for your call. Thank you so much. So I think we left off at are you looking at mistakes for lessons? Do you believe whatever's in your thoughts to be truth? Because once we believe it to be true, it makes it true. That's how powerful you are. That's really how powerful you are. Whatever you give your energy to, your thought process, your mind, your energy, whatever it is, it becomes a reality. And it's work. It's like, people are like, how are you like this every day? Because I choose to be. Like, I can really be like, I'm sick of all of this and go crazy if I wanted to. I can find something to complain about every day. I can go in about people every day. I can go off on people every day if I wanted to. But why? Why use my time and my energy to spew that when my legacy is what I'm living for right now? Like, no. I can't. It don't even feel right. Like, I couldn't even, if I say certain words, it don't even come out right. It's just because I pride myself. When people say, hey, how you doing? I say, I'm awesome and amazing. People say, dang, both of them? Yes. Why not? I really want to say more, but I ain't trying to overdo it. I ain't trying to overdo it. I'm trying to be like modest, like I'm awesome and amazing. Cause I am. I'm breathing. I'm on the side of the ground. I get to strive for my dream again and again every time I wake up. So again, if you are just joining, I am talking about not giving up. Do not give up. Don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on love. Don't give up on your children. Don't give up. And I'm not talking about stalking nobody, though. You know what I'm saying? I had to do a disclaimer in the beginning. Nah, sometimes stuff is just over. It's time to let it go, and it's okay. But Isaiah 41:10, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uplift thee with the right hand of righteousness. So this, when I read this, and I'm giving you guys scriptures these are my go-tos. Like, if I'm feeling some type of way, you can, go to these scriptures and to get yourself hyped up. Like, I'm not giving up. I'm not about to allow my mind to go here. I'm not about to allow this to happen. I am not. You have to fight for that sometimes and not go crazy. But mentally, you got to be like, no, I'm not thinking that. No, I'm not watching that. No, I'm not going here. No, I'm not talking about this. No, it's every day you are in control. You are a gatekeeper, if you will, of this vessel. This is our only legal right to be in this earth. You are a spirit having human experiences. So if we don't dive into that spirit first, we get into the human experience a little bit too much and we miss where we came from. So I'm asking you to pull it back and understand, giving up should not be an option. Period. It should not. Don't even let it be. Tell it what to do. Okay? That's the power that you have. And so when I think about this scripture, Isaiah 41:10, it's reassurance that you're not alone. It's reassurance. Your strength does not come from the natural realm. You know, as I was talking about this human flesh. Reassurance, if God be for you, who can be against you? Like, don't give up. This is just a few things to think about. So Matthew 19:26. But Jesus beheld them and said unto them, with men, this is impossible. But with God, all things are possible. And so with this verse, I always go, you know, of course, before it and after it, because these are stories that will kind of get you to the gist of the message. And it was a rich man, and he was he wanted to be a part of what Jesus was doing. And he said, okay, leave everything you got and follow me. And that's how you can come into the kingdom of God. And he was so attached to this natural realm, he didn't even understand that kingdom is a mindset which would change your life. But he was so stuck on the natural resources, his spirit was dismayed. He was sad. And so he said, it's better for a camel to go through a needle than a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. When you think about that, think about your mindset. If he just changed his mind, like I will have everything I need. Instead, he held on to what was natural. And God like, look, so all the disciples like, well, look, how can somebody be saved then? If this man can't even get to heaven. And so that's where this scripture is coming from. Jesus beheld them and said unto them, with men, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. So again, he was challenging a man with his wealth and to drop everything and to follow him. And the man was sad because he saw no value in that. And so I'm here to tell you, there is value in your mindset. There is value in your words. There is value in what you choose to follow. There is value in you. So do not give up on yourself. Don't give up. And if you just stumbled across this video, again, if this is your first time watching, please hit the subscribe button and make sure you share, you like. But I hope that this helps you. If today was a day where you just ready to check out, when you tired, and not saying you're ready to harm yourself, but again, mentally we can check out. And we can just be going along the motion, just going along, and you're not enjoying any of it. You're not enjoying it. You're not moving forward. You can get stuck on this rabbit, this wheel, and just going. And then that's just existing. God did not create you to just exist. He created you to create. So what are you creating? What are you doing? It can be the small things. You don't have to, you measure yourself how you want. It's not for me to even say. But I'm here to let you know not to give up on yourself. Because if everybody else can, if people can just throw people away and act like they're disposable nowadays, just don't do it to yourself. That's my whole thing. Because we can, get caught in that. We can get caught in, doing so much for everybody. And you don't have anything left for yourself. You keep saying, I'm going to go to the gym. Well, I'm too busy for this. I'm too busy for that. You want to go and have a good time, but you just stuck doing everything for everybody else. You ain't even enjoying your life. You're not taking care of your body. You're not eating right. You're not sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Not handling your funds correctly. Just don't get caught in the mundane existence that's just dull and stale, and don't stay there. Find purpose and meaning in your life and start adding to it. Start writing stuff down. Start asking the Holy Spirit, what am I supposed to be doing? We are not meant to be here to work, go home, go to sleep, use the bathroom, get dressed, go home, go to sleep, wake up, go to work. That's not what? Why? It's so many people on the other side of this ground that wish they had another chance. You have that chance. And if you wake up tomorrow, you got another chance. So I'm asking you, I am pleading with you not to give up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your children. Don't give up on love. Don't give up on your friends. Don't give up on people. We're supposed to love each other like we love ourselves. And if you're not loving yourself, then let's start there with loving yourself. Start loving yourself. So Matthew 7:7-8, ask and it is given you. Seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be open unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knoweth it shall be open. I literally live by this. Okay? I know I got power with my words, and things that I have been putting out there intentionally has been coming right in front of me. And so when you know, it's telling us right here, ask and it is given you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open. So if it's something you don't know, ask, seek, knock. It's really that simple. So the power is with your words and actions to follow. Again, I know right now they have it where everybody just be like, oh, just manifestation and say what you want, it'll happen. And yeah, it's not that simple. We got to do the work. We got to put a little elbow grease in. There's a few things that we may have to do. And so, again, I live by this. I set my intentions with what I desire and the list of things that I want to obtain to have a certain outcome. And so it works with consistency, belief, faith, and hope. And so I want you to be encouraged with that. We have an advantage. Those that believe in something bigger than yourself, you can understand that the time is now. Start now, believe now, pick it up, chip at it right now, love now, just be in your now. That's it. That's all we got right now. That's all we got. So if you start today, this is literally all we have. So I want to leave you with a few things. Again, I thank you so much for joining. I thank you. And I love you guys to life. I thank you so much. You don't know how much this means to me. Just to have somebody value, what is given to me, what is given to me to share on this platform, and to have people call me like, I needed that message, or that helped me, that changed me, or that, what I'm saying, like that. It's fulfilling. It's like, it's a joy that I can't even describe. And so saying to you not to give up, it comes from a very wholesome place inside of me, because I know people are in this state of mind, that people are in these places. They in the church and they feel this way. People extra religious and they feel this way. They are not living. They are existing because they don't understand their power. So it don't matter. You got people in the White House feel this way. You got people black collar making millions feel this way. It doesn't matter what you have. It matters what you're doing with your spirit, how you're using your mind, what mindset you have. It's so much deeper than that. The physical things, the material things, that just comes with you being consistent. And if it come without doing the proper work, a lot of times people lose it. I don't want you to lose anything. I want you to be consistent. I want you to fight for yourself. I want you not to give up on yourself. And even people around you, tell them, don't give up on yourself. It's really that simple. Tell them, don't give up. Call somebody. If they calling you and they just going off, tell them, don't give up. Don't give up on themselves. Don't give up. Because it's really happening. People are giving up. People are wiping their hands with this whole situation. And again, it is their choice. But if they can get a word, if they can get a piece of encouragement, if they can get somebody that care about them just to let them know not to give up, you can change the trajectory of somebody's life. So if you don't give up, you probably can tell somebody else not to give up. So I want to leave you with this. Again, when times are tough and it's getting frustrating, you won't always feel like the superhuman, right? I don't. Like I said, I cry. I cry when I feel like it. If I'm sad, if I'm mad, If I'm feeling overwhelmed, I cry. I wipe my face. I allow those emotions to be, and I get up and I keep moving. The issue is when you stay there and you wrap up in the bed. Now you just want to keep rolling around in it. No, I have all kind of emotions, and I allow myself to feel. I'm not walking around here like, oh, I'm just so positive and so good. No, I do the work. I tell my mind when I have negative thoughts, no, I'm not doing this today. No, I don't receive that thought. No, this is what I do daily, which is why I can stay in a place where I'm looking forward to something good happening. I know all things work together for my good, no matter what this is. It's okay. All things work together. This is what I do for myself. And so this is why I'm able to come here and let you know, don't give up. Don't give up. You got to do the work. You got to do the mindset. You got to change how you talk, and you got to change how you think. You got to change how you moving. It's all us. We got the power to change that. So we have times of excitement, enthusiasm, creativity, and sometimes it's followed by despair, discouragement, and the desire to quit. But I want to leave you with a few ways to not give up. Be patient with yourself. And I know Chef, he came on and he said that too. Just be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace because it's important. Be proud of every small step. Celebrate your small things. This happens to every successful person. Celebrate every small thing. Like every month, I set an intention. And when these things happen, I celebrate. I laugh uncontrollably. Y'all just have no idea. People will probably look at me like I'm crazy. If they see me driving, they'll be like, what's wrong with that lady? I just be like, oh my God, like I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. And I stay in that place because it's pure. And it shows God like I'm grateful for what I have. And it's just a good place to be. Remember your why and search your heart. Again, a lot of times we are led off of what people told us and what you should be doing and what you ain't and whatever. We're led with all of these things. But I want you to remember your why. Search your heart and see, why do I even want to give up? Is this because somebody told me this? Was this put in my head? Have I been watching something that's influencing me negatively? You got to do the work. You got to do the inventory. That's important. Be grateful for everything around you. Gratefulness brings the blessings. Like I said, I am a firm believer. I stay in a space of gratefulness every morning, all throughout the day. I'm just like, people say, I'm proud of you. I'll be like, thank you so much. I am so grateful. I am so thankful because I am. It's just a good place to stay. It's a good place to plant yourself in gratefulness and being thankful. Remember your choices and every decision you make. You make the decision. And sometimes the choices are the consequences of those decisions, even as an adult. Sometimes we got to be like, oh, heck no. I ain't doing that because I don't want what's going to come from it. That's for real. Allow support. Allow people to support you. Allow help. Get help. Talk to somebody. Talk to somebody that you trust. Ask God to send you somebody that can walk along this journey in the season that you need them. It's really that simple. Just ask for help. And allow help. That's important too. Fill your mind with positive affirmations and act on them. It's one thing to say these things, but if you don't believe them, what's the point? I believe all things work together for my good because I love God and I'm called according to his purposes. And I say it all the time. Like, I don't care. People be going crazy. Nope. All things work together for my good. And so it's one thing if you saying that because it sounds good. It's another thing when you saying that and you believe it. Like, nah, If God be for me, who could be against? Who? Where? Where you at? What? So it's a confidence that we can have in, again, the foundation that we choose to accept. Whatever it is that you believe, if you choose to accept it, that's the foundation that you stand on. So fill your mind with these positive affirmation and these words of encouragement and these scriptures and things like that. Fill your mind up. And the last thing I want to say is picture in your mind your desired result. What do you want to see? What is it that you want to happen? What? You going to let somebody else draw that picture for you? Or are you going to be proactive in drawing that picture for yourself? I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. I thank you so much. Thank you, Miss White. You are awesome as well. Yes, the time is now. Thanks, Smooth Keith. Thank you for tuning in. Midday Vibes. Okay, Podcastic Atlanta in the building. That's what's up. Thank you for joining. Thank you. I want to leave you with this. Don't give up. Don't let go. And I want you guys to keep going. Sometimes we need to hear this along this journey. And I hope that this has helped you. I hope that it's helped one person. Because if it did, it's done its job. Again, reminder, this Friday, if you missed my book signing the other day, it's okay. Have no fear. You can go on the website at www.thecreativeemotions.com, or you can meet me Friday at 21573 Grand River, and I will be having my books and I will be signing them there. Come on down to Poetry and Conversations. It's a whole vibe. It's from 8 to 11. My daughter will be selling treats there. She got some really good treats. And again, I just want you to know that I love you. And guess what? There's nothing you can do about it. See you next week. Peace.